All right, so Little Caesars is doing a collaboration with the Fantastic Four movie. Their new pizza has 4 different types of pizza. You get 2 slices each of pepperoni, jalapeno, cheese, and sausage. With the promotion, they're also running this pizza at $7.99. I ordered mine ahead of time, but supposedly, from what I understand, is they're hot and ready as well. So you don't actually have to order ahead. You can walk in and they should have some ready. That's what we're gonna get into tonight. We'll review it, go over if it's worth it or not. Obviously, this is still just a Little Caesars pizza with some familiar flavors, but we'll see how well they did on it. At $7.99, it doesn't seem like a bad deal just at face value. Obviously, we haven't picked it up yet. Kind of know what to expect. It's still Little Caesars. Nothing real groundbreaking here. But nonetheless, it gives you a little bit of variety, and they're not really jacking the price up on it at all. So I'm gonna pull in here, grab my pizza out of their little pizza portal, get back to the house. We'll look at it and we'll go through it and all that stuff here in just a little bit. Y'all stick around. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to hit that like button. All right, back at the house with the 4-in-1 Fantastic Four pizza from Little Caesars. My box is the thing. They have a box for each character. That is the one that I got. So we'll just jump right into this. I'm just gonna do it this way. Got the Diet Coke, some Parmesan red pepper, and of course, homemade buffalo ranch. So if you've seen some of my videos, my earlier videos, you know how I feel about Little Caesars. I think it is one of the most versatile pizza chains that there is. Obviously, this pizza is a little bit creative, but really they're just kind of throwing something together for an easy promotion, and I respect that. See if I can't get you a good shot here. So like I said, well, actually, this is sausage and bacon. I thought it was just sausage. Then you got cheese, pepperoni, and jalapeno. From what I can tell, it looks like they did make the entire pizza and put the separate toppings on the separate sides. At first, I thought, well, not at first, but coming into it, I wondered if they just had the separate pizzas made and then they're gonna slice them and throw them together. It does look like they made one pizza, put the toppings in their respectable places, and baked it. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, the best looking piece on here looks like the sausage and bacon. So I'm just gonna try a little bit of all of these. I've had the pepperoni pizza who knows how many times in my lifetime. So we know what it tastes like. So I'm gonna try some of the sausage and bacon, some of the pepperoni and jalapeno, and then we'll see from there. I'll slide this forward so I don't make a mess. A little heavy on the Parmesan. Put some red pepper flakes on this. I actually meant to get some of their dipping sauces at the store, but I completely forgot by the time that I left. I don't know that I've ever had Little Caesars sausage. It's pretty good. Very decent sausage. So again, if you don't know, there is nothing special technically about this pizza other than the fact that they've mixed matched your toppings all in one pizza. So the crust is the same. It's not any of their special crust. You know, they've came out with the pretzel crust. They've came out with the stuffed crust. You got none of that going on. I don't know if you can combine those. You might be able to, but this, as it comes, the $7.99 deal is just their normal pan crust with the toppings in their spots. So I mean, I'm sure a lot of people are looking at this like it's almost kind of lazy, and I can see that. But here's the thing: it's only $7.99. Their hot and ready pepperoni is what, $5.99? I'm not sure, but it's $5.99 or $6.99. So we're staying in the same price range basically, and you got toppings on every slice except 2. Okay, so 2 slices are just plain cheese, which a lot of people like, and then your other slices have at least 1 topping. But I mean, I think Little Caesars, and I've said this before twice now. I think this is my 3rd video on Little Caesars. I think Little Caesars absolutely has their place, and it's mainly for cost effectiveness and convenience. It is there all day, every day, and you just can't beat it for what it is. And that is what it is. It's a cost effective, convenient, average pizza. Average chain pizza. So on this pepperoni and jalapeno, I think I'm going to skip out on the red pepper. I like a little bit of spice, but I'm not trying to not trying to overdo it, but we will hit it with some parm. Making a huge mess, of course. Pepperoni and jalapeno. The only thing I will say, I wish on Little Caesars app you had the option. If you're ordering on the app, you get your pizzas being made to order, from what I understand. I wish you were able to select the cook, the amount of cook, well done, things like that. Because my Little Caesars, they do a good job. They're always quick. They always got plenty of help. But more oftentimes than not, the pizza isn't as done as I'd like. And I don't like my pizza super done. It's definitely more on the undercooked side. But I mean, that's just a small suggestion. I guess if you wanted to, you could call to the store and specify your cook that way. But you know, with the apps being as convenient as they are, that option would be very nice. But I mean, this video is more or less just to give you a look at what you're getting with this, the price, kind of what to expect, even though without even buying it, you kind of know what to expect. And it's also just another installment for my argument that Little Caesars is at the top of the list when it comes to convenient, efficiency, cost effectiveness, the whole nine. When it comes to chain pizzas, you can't beat it. You just can't. The value alone, when all the other pizzas in the world are going up, Little Caesars has barely even moved, and they always have coupons. I think a close second is Domino's. They do a good job on their prices, and they do a really good job on their coupons. They always have a deal going on. But when it comes right down to it, Little Caesars has hot and ready breadsticks. They have hot and ready wings. They have hot and ready pizzas. All the time, you can get in and get out for cheap. But kind of circling back around here, this is a pretty good deal. And if you have family or a group of friends or whoever you're eating with that can't decide on what type of pizza they want, this is an excellent choice. You get 2 of these, you get what, 16 slices of pizza for right at $20, just a little bit less. And these are hot and ready as well, remember that. So you can even walk in and grab one of these. They're supposed to be. This, I didn't take the chance on this one. I was trying to get to the house as quick as I could, so I ordered this one on my way to the store and it was ready. I don't know if it was a hot and ready or not, but supposedly you can do that. But anyways, that is what you can more or less expect out of the 4-in-1 pizza that Little Caesars is doing right now. Again, this is more of a value thing than it is a cool new item thing. I mean, it is a cool new item, but it's really about value. That's what Little Caesars is kind of getting at least in my opinion. Overall, solid item, nothing special, but it's a cool thing, especially if you like Fantastic Four. But that will wrap that one up. That is all I got. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. That's it. That's a review. Y'all take care.